I've wanted to sell this car basically, honestly, since the day I got it, which is kind of weird to say. Like, I knew I wanted to enjoy it, but I knew I wasn't going to keep this car. But I want to go over what I really like about the car and then what I really don't like about the car. And I'll just say it right at the beginning. I hate this is the worst manual transmission car I've ever driven. It's terrible. The clutch is like incredibly stiff for a stock clutch. I've never even imagined that something could be this insanely hard. I put in like a new clutch cable. It's got a new clutch from O'Reilly's, high quality Chinesium. But it's been problems. And then these cars, I don't know why. Everyone has a hydraulic clutch, except for some reason Ford was like, oh, we need to have a cable clutch. Oh, and we also need to have a self-adjusting cable clutch that is made out of plastic. So it's total junk. And I honestly think that the self-adjusting clutch ruined at least one throwout bearing on this car. Just because, like, it's constantly adjusting. Like, and it's so frustrating when you'd go off the line. Like, your clutch bite point would move from the last time you used the car. It was terrible. So I put on a Steeda adjustable clutch, which is exactly how it should be. And it's actually how I ended up building my clutch cable on my Eagle Talon. So I know what a clutch cable is supposed to feel like. It ain't supposed to feel like this. This is like total garbage. And then when I got the car, there was someone put in a short throw shifter. It was like your gut would be up against the steering wheel and your arm would be fully extended. It was ridiculous. I eventually fixed that. I made my own shifter like arm and then put a T handle on it because it's cool. And the Steeda clutch cable helped a lot with the randomly adjusting the bite point of the clutch. But yeah, the manual on this car really ruins, I think, the entire experience. Other than that, it's actually like a pretty good car. Ford being an American company, they do convenient things like the alternators in an easy to replace spot. The water pump, like I only had to remove the water pump belt, the serpentine belt, and then a couple bolts, and the water pump comes off. Like super easy. The Miata I have, it's part of the timing chain, timing belt actually to do a water pump. Same with the Eagle Talon. This is just easy. And it's got a common wheel size. There's actually a lot of parts that are available for this all the time. So that's sweet. But then there are little Ford things as well, like I said, with the terrible clutch, which is terrible. Or the valve cover gaskets. I don't understand why they're so difficult. They require like special technique. And to do valve cover gaskets on on the driver's side, you got to remove the clutch cable, and then to do it on the driver's side, at least on the Bullitt, not the driver's side, the passenger, you got to remove the intake manifold. And the gasket doesn't stay into the valve cover. It's stupid. Even to do plugs and wires, you have to remove the fuel rail, some of the fuel rail. So some of it's like actually ridiculous to work on, and I sometimes hate this car. There's a ton of little modules on this car. Like there's modules in the passenger fender. There's modules in the trunk. The only reason, for example, there's just so many modules and things. The only reason I know what an inertia shutoff switch is because Mustangs have them and they go bad. That's just what it is. One last gripe about these cars. The starters are notorious. Replacing the starter, it's like a joke amongst technicians. I hear it. They're like, I put in that third bolt. Like, why? Why, Ford? Why do you do this to us? Other than that, it's a good car. I love the way it sounds. It's got a great sound system in it. Like I do have a Bluetooth head unit, but then the way that it sounds, oh my gosh, inside and out. I think this has like a little bit of a catback on it. I didn't put it on, but oh my god, this thing is like sex on wheels. It's so good to listen to. Just check out these noises. Like, dude, that sound, it's disgusting. I can't believe that it's just a Ford and it sounds like that. And that was just no audio adjustment in the phone, just off of like an Android phone. That's how good this thing sounds all the time. It's amazing to daily drive. This car also handles pretty good. I mean, I have some people who are like, they're like, oh, the body roll, it just rolls. And I'm like, yeah, but if you get used to the body roll, it actually handles really good. And I don't really sympathize with people who can't drive these cars, who are always crashing them. It's very easy to drive. I've driven this in the snow, and I've ripped it off the line. It's totally in control. You just got to, like, move the steering wheel. I think people just don't know how to drive. But this car is actually extremely controllable. Like, due to extenuating circumstances, I wasn't able to do the Virginia City Hill Climb this year, but I totally would have put some slicks on this and maybe some brakes and let her rip. I think this would have been a good time. It would have been a good time. And it's fast. It's fast. Now that I've got the ram air intake on it, too, it's even faster. I would go up a hill at, like, 115 miles an hour, and it'd kind of peter out. When I was testing the intake, I was doing 120 up the hill, and it was going faster. So I think there's something to that intake. This car got a lot better. I also did the sequential taillight mod on the rear of the car. For some reason, these don't have it from factory, and I think it really needs it. You got to do it, and this one already has it, so there you go. The interior's clean on this car. It's like some sort of maybe leather or vinyl. I don't care. It's got a unique interior, and it's nice to be in. It's nice to be in. The door panels suck. They're just made out of plastic. They break. Don't pull on them too hard, but the rest of it's pretty enjoyable. You seated it nice, and the cruise control works well. I would go on a road trip, put the cruise control on, and go. The car has enough power where you can be going up a hill with cruise control and you don't bog down. You don't, like, if you're in an automatic, you don't have to downshift. It's a great road trip car. I have a feeling, though, that maybe the shocks might be blown. I'd replace them, but, you know, it's good for now. They're not all over the place. It's not so bad. And if I were to replace them, I mean, just do coilovers instead. Get this thing on the ground, on its nuts. That's how all cars deserve to be, in the weeds. Here's some clutch action. Look at this. That is all throw. That is all leg effort. I run. I go to the gym. I do squats. I ain't no weakling. This is ridiculous. It's heavy. It's stupid. It does sound very good, though. I can't express that enough. And here's why my tires are bald. This car generates enough thrust where when you just floor it, it's enough to rip the tires off. I was driving on concrete and it was squealing the whole way. This is what my neighbors listen to every time I get up at 5 in the morning to go to the gym. I definitely don't rev it in the neighborhood. I try to keep it at, 1,000 RPM, but man, those neighbors, I'm sure they love hearing this thing start up every single time. They're like, oh yeah, that's Aaron's Mustang. That's the best sounding car I've ever heard. I love hearing it every single morning at 5 a.m. because why would I set an alarm if Aaron's getting up? And I just get to hear this music every day for the rest of my life. Thank you, Aaron. Look at these freaking ducks, dude. No wonder I live in like such a terrible part of town. These addicts, these drug addict ducks, they're just quack addicts. I swear to God. What do you call a doctor who doesn't know what he's doing? He's a quack. Just like these ducks. I think I'd rate this car like a 6 out of 10 now. I got it listed for $9,200. Hopefully someone buys this thing. I think they will. Thanks for watching.